Hello guys, welcome to another video. And I have another package here from the Goulet pens. This took a while for it to arrive here because of all the stuff that's been going on in the world and whatnot, and things coming through the States and stuff like that. It's just been so delayed. It's not even funny. But anyway, I finally got this, and this is another special edition that I got. Obviously you guys already know what this is because by the title of the video you guys already know what this is, and I am kind of excited for this because when I saw this on the website I jumped on it right away. You guys know that I absolutely love carbon fiber, like big time. So when I saw this, I had to grab it. So I bought another Monteverde, and of course Goulet pens is famous for suckers. I will enjoy that later. Let's see. Oh, interesting. This is new. So they got a pen here with some ink sticking on. It's got Goulet pens written on here. So that's a nice little touch. I'll zoom in here for you guys so you guys can check it out. It's pretty neat. No, obviously there's nothing on the back. I'm not sure if this is a sticker. It might actually be a sticker. I'm not sure. I'll check that out later. Off to the side. And then we got a thank you, almost like a thank you kind of note, just about. It says here, I packed your order with slightly rigorous amount of care to make sure that the writing products you love would arrive today safely. I would love to hear what you think of how we've done it. So we got gouletpens.com packaging, says thank you, Brandon B. So this is the actual fellow that actually packaged the pen for me. So we got Goulet pens. I packaged your order with slightly reduced amount of care to make sure that the writing products you love would arrive today safely. I'd love to hear what you think about how we've done at, and they got the website here at www.gouletpens.com/packaging. So it's a nice little touch. There's nothing on the back. Push this back here and we'll take a look at the star here. Now on my other Monteverde Northern Lights, which I have it right here, is actually numbered. Now I wonder if this one here is numbered. Doesn't look like it to be numbered. So this is actually the Monteverde Sport, this particular fountain pen. And it's got the exact same type of case that the Northern Lights came in. Nice, almost like imitating leather and whatnot. But let's go ahead and open this up. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord. Oh wow. This is gorgeous. Look at this beauty. Pure black. Pure carbon fiber. This is nice. Look at this beauty. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Is it magnetic? Yes, it is magnetic too. Oh no, actually, yeah, it is magnetic. Okay. So this is actually magnetic as well. Is it magnetic on top? Yep. It's magnetic on top as well. This is nice. Very, very nice. These little rings here actually have a type of a texture to it. That's pretty cool. The back here feels like it's almost got like some type of a powder coating on it. But yeah, really nice. Of course, it's got the dark nib, just like the Northern Lights does. So they're pretty much identical, right? Oops, there you go. So this is just slightly a little bit darker than that one is. Very nice. And it actually feels identical to the Northern Light ones does too. So it's just different style and whatnot on it. So this should come with a converter inside. Yes, there is a converter inside. So, and this also unscrews, okay, so there we go. Okay, so this particular one is a Fine Nib. This is a Fine Nib, and I actually, no, this is an extra Fine Nib. I actually went with a Fine Nib with this one here this time around. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ink it up because I want to see how it writes. I'm sure it writes the same thing just like my Northern Lights does. Just give me a second here and I'll let you guys kind of enjoy the pen here with all its glory. I'm just going to grab a napkin here and the bottle. Put that there, and I'll grab one of you. Okay. Alright, I got a napkin here. What I'm going to do here is I actually might because I kind of want to demonstrate to you guys how this gets inked up. There is actually two ways you can do this. What the heck is my, oh there it goes. So there's actually two ways you can actually do this. Alright, there is videos online demonstrating how this is done. Goulet Pens actually has an awesome video up on their website demonstrating how to actually ink up a pen, and whatnot. So, but there is two ways you can do this, and if you haven't used your ink for a while, you'll want to shake it up first. Okay, so there's two ways you can do this. Okay, either you can just take and dump a whole nib and everything into the ink itself, and take and draw your ink through your nib all the way up into your converter, right? That is the absolute fastest way to prime your nib. Okay, if you don't want to get this full of ink, all right, what you can do is you can actually unscrew this, and you can actually dip this into the ink and draw the ink up through here as well. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But the first thing I want to do here is, normally they test these things at the factory to make sure they're working. Sometimes there might be some residue. When you take it onto the rag, but in this case there isn't no residue, so the nib is 100% clean. Alright, so I'm going to take in this here. I'm going to try to do this without blocking the camera view. So I might actually switch views here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take and draw this up. Alright, so it's full of ink right now. And the nice thing about these converters is ink doesn't really come out from them at all. So you're going to clean this off. Okay, so this doesn't really come out. I'm sure if you shake it hard enough it might. So I'm just going to take and insert this into here. and just close it up. Alright, so we're going to let this kind of start priming, and we'll just put this back into place. Okay, and I'm kind of going to let this kind of sit here on the side here a little bit. I'm just going to put, and we're going to see how she writes. So she hasn't started yet, so I'm just gonna kind of push down on it and kind of let the ink kind of go through. Now, one thing that I notice with my Northern Lights is when I do have it inked up and I don't use it for a while, because normally when you store these pens, you want to store them with the nib facing upwards, right? Because if you don't store these pens with the nibs facing up and you store them with the nib facing down, right, it will eventually start, the gravity will take its place and actually start to draw the ink out, and it'll just start dripping ink out of the nib over time, and you don't want that, right? So we'll kind of let this go here. Maybe I should have did the other way to kind of get this thing going. Come on. We'll let it shake it a couple of times and kind of force it into the nib. Come on. Oh, I think it's kind of, oh, there it goes. See how, I don't know if you guys saw that or not, when I shaked it, it kind of popped out. Come on, start. Let's see here. Just push down on the nib a little bit to get it going, and it should kind of start. Come on. Come on. Sometimes they take a while to start, and other times they start real fast. I should probably just put the nib in ink instead to get it going. Maybe that's what I should have done. But also another way is if your pen's being stubborn to start, you can actually force the ink with the converter by just kind of forcing the ink out of the converter through the front until it drips. And I think that's what I might have to do, because it's not starting. Come on. Well, it dropped some ink. Okay, so pen's being stubborn. Let's force it through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and kind of force the ink kind of through the nib here. And of course, don't want to go too crazy because, okay, looks like, okay, there we go. Alright, of course, you don't want to draw that back because then it'll pull the ink away from the nib. So as long as this thing doesn't start, okay, it actually passed through the paper there a little bit, but that's fine. So let's give this a try now. Wow, this writes exactly like my Northern Lights does. Very, 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 very smooth. Monteverde pens are really nice pens to work with. Very nice. Yep, this is to be another nice addition to my collection, that's for sure. Very nice. Now, something like this is not for everybody because this particular fountain pen is more in the upper price range. It's not the most expensive one you can buy by any means. If you've looked at fountain pens, right? These things can easily go up to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. I even seen $13,000 for a fountain pen. Right, this is kind of more affordable per se, and it's slightly easier to swallow than something like this, right? But for an average person, where paying $7 for something like this is way too much money, right? You're not going to be buying something like this anyway. But anyway, this is pretty much the unboxing for the Monteverde Sport Carbon Fiber Edition. If you guys really want, I can. Well, they even connect to each other. That's cool. But if you guys really want to see me do an actual comparison video between these two particular pens, leave me a comment down below. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the rest of my content, please consider subscribing. And until the next video, goodbye.